Welcome to Fight Week.
Yeah.
How does it feel just to be back in the swing of things and be here in Nashville?
Man, hard to say how it feels. Just back here, not really deciding how it feels, just wandering through it.
When you were kind of gearing up for this one and going through the training camp, what was the camp like for you, and kind of how did you kind of get into this gear, like you said, to get here and be ready to compete on Saturday?
Yeah, this camp was different. I have my own space now, and just making big changes over the past few years. I feel like a different fighter, different human. So this has been the best the process has been so far. Everything from like mentality to diet to training to all the technical work and everything that goes into it, to the team that I have around me and everything. It's been fighting's crazy, but this is the best I think I could possibly have it to kind of optimize how I come in here, and I'm here.
You mentioned your own space a little bit. Kind of what do you mean by that exactly?
We have our own fight team, Tower One Gym in Dartmouth. So it's just basically a room full of fighters and aspiring fighters, and it's been a space just kind of like devoted to pro training, the recovery, which I neglected a lot, and just kind of collecting good education and then applying it.
Obviously, being away for so long, kind of did that light a competitive fire in you a little bit? Like, kind of change the feeling when you're gone from the game for so long?
Yeah, I mean, if you ask anyone that knows me, I don't waste a day. I don't waste a drop of sweat. So these past 2 years have been honestly the biggest growth I've made. Like I said, I feel like a whole different human being, a whole different fighter. So God willing, that shows, and that's what I'm looking for, just a chance to kind of compete and get that work out there and show people that.
What did you think about the card in Vancouver earlier this year?
I was pretty sad I wasn't on it, little things. It's been a little bit of setbacks as far as like injuries, and obviously, the last fight I took didn't go so well. The short notice of everything, and then injuries following. But the Vancouver card was amazing. One of my best friends is Mike Malott. We came up together, got our purple belts together, and my first sparring I've ever had was with Mikey, and we were both coming up through together. So I was like in my heart happy to see him coming into his own and having good success, and seeing Canadian fighters do well, but mostly him, because me and Mike are close, and I got a lot of love for him. So it's nice to see someone that you kind of been through the same process with, coming through and kind of getting what they deserve, or what they earn, I should say. So.
And when you see how well that he's doing currently in the UFC, like how motivated does that make you to get back and kind of get back on that same level that he's at right now?
I'm just happy for him. It doesn't like change how I feel or what I do. I'm just like happy to see it. Sincerely, good person, good athlete. So for me, my motivation doesn't change. I love this sport. I'm always doing it, even when I'm not doing it. So it's not a matter of motivation, really. It's just a matter of feeling good for someone else, which feels good.
Any thoughts on your opponent, Diego? Like, super tricky jiu-jitsu guy. I mean, he almost got multiple subs in his UFC debut last time out. So, I mean, how do you train for a guy like that?
I mean, I brought in a lot of high-level jiu-jitsu guys, not to sound disrespectful, but guys who are competing, ADCC level competitors that are, solid all the ways through. I'm a Renzo Gracie black belt. I'm solid all the ways through, and people are like, we got to watch it for this. We're going to grapple. Him and I, we are going to grapple. So I'm not shying away from trickiness. I'm not shying away from anything like that. I'm built like a stump, and we're gonna see what that looks like. So the preparation has been the same way I always prepare. I look at the positions, run the positions through camp, do what I always do as far as my process goes, and focus on my game. And that's how you should prepare, I think, for anyone, before maybe getting a little over analytical of certain stuff and fixated on stuff. And I like doing that, and I think there's a season for it. I think there's a season for everything, but right now I'm just ready to compete, ready to collect.
A lot of people are saying that your fight with Diego Lopez is the banger of the card. Why do you think that is?
Why do I think they're saying it? His last performance, he came out and had a really good run against, I think Mozart's top 10 right now. Yeah, so he had a good showing on short notice, and he's coming into scrap, and there's going to be potential for this one to get outside of like athletic competition and just stop being a sport and an athletic competition and turn into a absolute mud fight. And I know he's there for it, and it takes one to know one. So if it turns into that, that's what people are probably excited for, and I know that too. I know it's going to be potential for blood and guts, and we'll start with the scalpel, but the hounds are there if needed.
And to piggyback off that, you mentioned that he took that fight on short notice.
Yeah.
With the full camp this time, after your long layoff,
Mm-hmm.
do you think with a dominant performance that, that catapults you into that top 10, puts you up there with Movzar?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love a chance to fight the Russian, the guy he just fought. I would love that opportunity. I love fighting wrestlers, and it would be if I can get an opportunity to fight. Listen, I'm getting up there now. I'm an older cat now, so I want all the smoke from everybody. I don't want to waste any time. Any opportunity I can have to test myself against the best guys in the world, I'm going to take it as I always have. So